Hello friends! The Terracan has 2 diesel engines and 1 gasoline engine. All of them are licensed copies of Mitsubishi units and have a belt-type timing drive. The aftermarket is dominated by models with a 2.5-liter turbo diesel D4BH with a return of 103 horsepower. In the West, the 4-cylinder 2.9 CRDI J3CR was in demand, developing 150 horsepower and after restyling 163 horsepower. The top-end 3.5-liter gasoline V6 G6CU with multi-port fuel injection produced 194 horsepower and was available in almost all markets. The 2.5 TD uses a swirl chamber injection system. The motor is considered reliable and omnivorous, but too weak for such a large car. Acceleration to 100 km per hour takes 20 seconds. Therefore, it often has to be twisted. Ultimately, this is detrimental to the durability of the turbo diesel. So at high mileage, the engine often begins to eat up oil. O-rings and bushings will need to be replaced. In addition, episodes are observed with the rotation of the liners, the destruction of the crankshaft, and even cracks are found in the cylinders. Overheating is also often encountered due to a failure of the viscous coupling of the fan, a thermostat, or a burst pipe of the cooling system. As a result, a crack occurs in the head of the block. After 200 to 300,000 kilometers, the head gasket may give up. The fuel system of a more modern J3CR with a common rail injection system is very sensitive to the quality of diesel fuel. Low-grade fuel quickly finishes injectors and injection pumps. When refueling at proven gas stations, the fuel system is able to cover 200 to 250,000 kilometers. The cylinder head here too may need to be replaced due to overheating as a result of uncontrolled leakage of coolant. In addition, there are cases of turning the liners and breaking the connecting rods. The turbocharger of both diesel engines serves more than 150 to 200,000 kilometers. The petrol V6 is the largest engine from the Sigma family, which was also installed in the first-generation Kia Sorento. Its advantages include attractive performance, simple design, cast iron block and forged steel connecting rods, ease of installation of the HBO. There is only one serious minus: very high fuel consumption. The flagship engine, as a rule, does not raise questions. The engine was paired with either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. Petrol versions were equipped exclusively with automatic transmission. The manual transmission is very reliable, but the Terracan dual-mass flywheel with manual transmission and the 2.9 CRDI sometimes needs to be replaced after 100 to 150,000 kilometers. The clutch lasts more than 150,000 kilometers. The automatic transmission is represented by a simple and reliable Japanese Aisin 30 to 40 LE. Problems occur only after 200 to 250,000 kilometers. The solenoids, torque converter, oil pump, or clutches may also require attention. Front-wheel drive in most Hyundai Terracans is forcibly connected EST transmission. A TOD automatic transmission was also available. Here, the front wheels were connected when the rear wheels slipped using an electronically controlled multi-plate clutch. It can transfer up to 50% of traction to the front axle, and if necessary, the clutch can be blocked. The type of transmission is easy to determine by the mode switch. In models with EST, you will find a 3-position switch, 4L, 4H, 2H, and with TOD, a 2-position switch, auto and low. Some models are equipped with an optional rear axle limited slip differential, LSD. Rear-wheel drive versions were also offered, only with diesel engines. In these modifications, there is no cross-member with front axle mounting brackets on the frame. Malfunctions of the all-wheel drive system after 150 to 200,000 kilometers are quite common, especially if you regularly knead the dirt. For example, the front axle connection valve fails, or the gearbox electric drive starts to strike. In addition, the drive chain is stretched, and in the TOD automatic transmission, in addition, the electromagnetic clutch and clutches may need to be replaced. After 200 to 250,000 kilometers, most likely a bulkhead of cardan shafts will be required. The crosses of the shafts and the CV joint of the front cardan wear out. It is worth noting that regular renewal of lubricant extrusion will help extend the life of cardan shafts. For this, grease fittings are provided. In old age, noisy bridges will also attract attention. Most often it is possible to get off with the replacement of bearings. The Hyundai Terracan's suspension in its design repeats the one used in the second Pajero. The front axle has double wishbones with torsion bars, and the rear axle has a continuous bridge on springs. The chassis elements are quite strong and have a good resource. Periodically, adjustment of the torsion bars is required, and after 150 to 200,000 kilometers, they sink. After a while, the rear springs also give up. The steering uses a gearbox. The pendulum lever of the steering mechanism often has to be changed after 20,000 kilometers. The bushings break and a knock appears. After 200 to 250,000 kilometers, a leak of the upper gearbox seal or a critical backlash in the mechanism is sometimes detected. After 150 to 200,000 kilometers, the bearings of the power steering pump may hum, or extraneous forces appear on the steering wheel. After 7 to 10 years, it is necessary to change the lines of the brake system. Pipes rust and hoses break. In many instances, traces of corrosion can already be found on the frame and body. The VIN number, which is located on the frame behind the rear right wheel, requires special attention. If corrosion destroys it, re-registration of the SUV will become impossible. Favorite places of rust on the body include the tailgate, the bottom of the doors and hood, windshield frame, sills, wheel arches, and bumper attachment points. Red spots can be hidden under various linings and moldings. The body paint is very sensitive to scratches. It should be noted that the degree of corrosion protection depended on the destination market. The maximum level is provided for the countries of Northern Europe, and for Russia and Korea, the average. You can determine the depth of factory processing by deciphering the VIN. The trim materials also do not stand out with their durability. In addition, the instrument panel illumination and its signaling devices burn out. With age, ABS malfunctions are inevitable. Most often, sensors and wiring are to blame. In pre-styling versions, due to a software error, the ABS block often failed. Many owners, not wanting to buy an expensive new unit, preferred to turn it off. To do this, the fuse was removed, and the ABS malfunction indicator was either powered from neighboring indicators or simply de-energized. Problems with interior cooling arise due to leaks in the air conditioning system, failure of the electromagnetic clutch, or jamming of the compressor. The generator in the Terracan with a 2.5-liter turbo diesel, unlike other versions of the SUV, is located at the bottom. As a result, water and dirt constantly get on the unit, which contributes to its imminent demise. If you know of other model malfunctions, be sure to write about it.